Previously on DNR Auto.
I got a new project car. We're gonna build a car in 2 weeks. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the working on the project truck. Old Brooklyn Dodger coming around. So last night we figured out that we were having a little issue with the starter, possibly a flex plate. So today a buddy gave us a new starter that we're going to be able to use, and I have a new flex plate on the way. Shout out Hughes Performance. They're getting that on the way for us. Now, I don't know that we're going to need the flex plate, but it's one of them things that I'd rather order it and have it sitting here because I know there's time delays and everything, rather than realize we need it and then go, oh, I should order it. So I'm going to try to throw this starter on here, and the game plan today is that this thing is going to move under its own power. Cross your fingers. Now, if the starter works out the way we think it will, we have to do heat cycle, we got to tighten stuff up, everything else, fluids, all that, but we'll be driving this thing. Like, it'll be moving under its own power, gas, brake pedal, everything. Still got to bleed the brakes. So, got a couple things left to do today to get it to move under its own power, and that's going to be another huge, significant step of the timeline of, hey, now it moves under its own power. Now we got to finish it out. Obviously, I'm still waiting on the gasket for the windshield. That's been shipped. It's taken forever. Thank you, post office, yet again. And we're working with that. But there's still more stuff that's got to happen. Seatbelts, this, that, and the other. A bunch of different things going on. So let's see if we can get this thing to move under its own power today, and I'll feel a lot better about myself. Well, I managed to get the starter on. I'm not going to start it all the way up just because I'm the only one here, so I don't really, don't want to do that just yet, waiting for the other guys to show up. But I will go ahead and see how that starter sounds, if it sounds any better or not, or what. Look at that. I just said I wasn't going to start it up all the way because they weren't here yet, and he walks right in. Yep, that sounds much better. I don't know that we're going to need the flex plate, but I think it's a good thing we've got it on the way. It's an SFI one and everything, so it might get upgraded down the road anyway. Or I might, because this motor is borrowed, so I might build that small block Chevy that came with the S10 originally. We'll see what happens there. But it's going to be a good piece to have, and now this sounds a whole heck of a lot better. So I'm very happy. So what are you adjusting now?
The floats, because they're like all the way up. And Nova must have really wanted to fuel.
That Nova had all the fuel. Don't worry about that, buddy.
Alright, start it back up.
Start it back up? Yeah, I mean, well, it helps if it's got power.
Is this a part of this?
Yes. Somehow in our excitement, we forgot to weld the gas pedal all the way in. It's just kind of been tacked in place, no big deal. So we'll get that figured out, get it welded in, and even though it doesn't have a windshield and properly working rear brakes, the front brakes work and blah, 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 we're gonna take this thing for a test drive. It's time, we gotta drive it.
Rear brakes need the bigger burnout.
Yeah, just bigger burnouts in the rear, that's all it is. Just need a little bit of that rejuvenation. Almost epic rolling out shot ruined by a distributor cap that appears to have gone bad right now.
Now she's alive, the demons are going to come out.
Yeah. Of all times. Well, let's try something then. Spark. So we're making a few last minute adjustments because as we found out, we think we may have had an extra wire on the coil or something. I don't know, there's something going on there. But while we were going through all this, we noticed that it had some weak spark. We took the spark plug out, just wasn't very bright spark. So Justin went ahead and redid the engine ground to the frame, and I added a ground from the head to the firewall. So we should be better grounded. That should help us out. Be grounded. It's good lighting. What do you think, Justin? Be grounded.
Just hope it works.
No, let's just hope it works. I don't know. I'm not saying that's why we had weak spark. We may have inadvertently damaged a coil on top of the distributor with what we had going on. It's actually funny because I think what happened is the whole time we had a fuse blown, and when we replaced the fuse, that's what screwed us up. If we had left that fuse blown, as stupid as it sounds, it would have worked. That's the theory we're at anyway. We'll see. I don't know what's up with this thing, but it seems like towards the end of every night it likes to fight us a little bit. So we've already swapped caps, rotors, everything, blah, blah, blah. Now we're going to a whole different distributor. We're going to put a coil on it. We're just going to try shit until it works. Now we got a pretty good idea of what's going on. Just using what's laying around in the garage or what's available here just to try to get it sorted, because we should have been out doing nasty burnouts, but it's weird. Like not but a couple hours ago, we were just banging it off the limiter, bumping it through the motor, you know what I mean? No problem, it was loving life. And then all of a sudden, the gremlins came out. But we think we understand why. So hopefully we'll get that fixed up, be good to go, firing back up. And then tomorrow, we'll just spend our day doing smoky burnouts. That's it. Ooh. Why is the belt squealing now, dirty bastard? Raggedy ass bitch.
Is that alternator locking up?
There we go. So it fires up again, but apparently our alternator seized up. This thing's just been fighting us to the very end. But it fires up. There is an alternator right over there.
This motherfucker Omega ain't gonna knock a lot.
That Omega gonna be bare.
Technically, that's my motor, isn't it? I mean, that's staying with the
No.
body. That's staying with the body.
I don't know whose motor it is, but we stealing an alternator off of it. Oh, shout out my bad boy racing starter kit. I can't believe that damn alternator seized up on us like that. It may have been seized up. It may have seized up earlier. I'm pretty sure before we put it on, we spun it and everything. So, yeah, right. You can have the alternator back when you get the motor back. Sound good? All in one pile. We're gonna have to go LS with this thing. The way this small block been treating me lately. I was waiting.
Wouldn't let us take it for a ride.
Wouldn't even let us take it for a ride. Now we gotta wait till tomorrow to ride. What's the weather like tomorrow?
No rain for 6 days straight.
No rain for 6 days straight.
That's all I need to hear.
That's it.
Right?
Yep. The cold, whatever. We ain't got no windshield. We're gonna be cold. It's gonna happen. Yep, battery's off. But no rain. Good. Because we got about 3 sets of tires to burn through.
The monitor's got wax coming out, dripping out of it.
Really?
Temperamental.
Next episode of DNR Auto.
We finally did it. Made it to the shop while there was a little daylight left. We're not working today. We're just driving. We're gonna go do burnouts or something. At least drive this thing around the block. Well, there's still a little daylight left. It's time to fuck off.